Hello everyone, this is Scramble from Emotionless Crypto Trading, and it's been a while. It's been a while since I was able to see CoinMarketCap like this. Look at the percentages. Everything is on green today. We are rebounding. The market is rebounding. We have an increase of over 90 billion in the last 24 hours for the entire market cap, and it's heading towards the 400 billion. So it's definitely wow. It's been a while. And I needed this to be able to share another type of video presentation that not only represents a very aggressive downtrending environment, but now we do have some great signs as well. We have to see forward and towards what's going to happen because a couple of things needs to be considered. Now, before we get started, I'd like to share with you and remind you that I've started a new project around the ICOs. Here's the video presentation which can be found on my YouTube channel, and definitely you have the ability to get access for free by accessing the first link in the description area to the Scramble's Emotionless ICO analysis spreadsheet that rates the ICOs of the industry, just like this. Of this kind of work, we have a couple of videos per week as updates, right? So getting back to our work, Bitcoin compared to US dollar 3-hour candlesticks, and it's for the Bitstamp exchange. Basically, this is our situation right here in the bottom, and this is the rebound we were talking about, which represents a percentage that's sitting around 43 percentage increase from the bottom position we did have for the BTC in the last 24 or a little bit more hours, because the 24-hour change is just 20%, right? So slightly more. We were able to increase during the last probably around 36 hours. The market started to rebound, but that doesn't really mean we broke out of this downtrending environment completely. We did have some SEC and CFTC create announcements, some great regulations which represented as a positive news. Therefore, the market reacted in some sort of way because of them as well, but not just because of them. And of course, we did hit a major support, which can be seen right here, basically. Strong support zone connected with previous points. Here is one point, and we do have some more points in the history that connects this strong support zone. Approaching it at this level, we definitely made the connection, and we have rebounded back nicely. Now let's talk about slowly, and let me share with you what you have to keep in mind. A couple of understandings around this charts. So the all-time high position is sitting around this number right here, which says around 20,000 bucks per token. What we have this green line coming down the way, which is the trending resistance line. And it's of course not the uptrending resistance line, it's the downtrending resistance line that's pushing the market down the way. Something you have to keep in mind, and it's very interesting, and I'm sure it fooled a lot of the people, is the false breakout which happened around early January. This false breakout happens within this circle, basically. Now, you have the ability to see right away what happens afterwards, but also the false breakout closes its natural movement, its natural continuous movement. Whenever there is a breakout, the natural movement is a very, very aggressive explosion, because that's the time professional traders are buying in, volumes are growing, percentages are growing, and people start to enter more and more. Right, so that happens when a breakout is just like that. For example, we did have a breakout right here. And you can see basically what happened afterwards when the signal started to be that it's a confirmed breakout. You want to keep in mind there are two types of breakouts: confirmed and false. This one is definitely extremely false, but it's one of those false breakouts that give a lot of the people the hope to retest the all-time high level, right? This one. So it gives a lot of the people that hope, and I'm sure there's a lot of the guys who lost significant amount of money because they did bought into this position. Now you can also see the false breakout representing the movement which is coming right afterwards. Return in the channel, proof of upcoming strong selling pressure. This one right here. You can see how after the false breakout, we return in the downtrending environment channel right away. getting our bearish pressure from there as well from here, keeping us inside the channel, representing clearly that what happened before was just a false signal. Now, this movement right here within the channel with these two confirmations, but also with the confirmation that we came right into the channel right away with aggressive parabolic movements down the way, very, very aggressive ones, representing majority of 90% of the candlesticks are only red, is a proof of an upcoming strong selling pressure, exactly represented over here. So within this circle right here, that's what it means. On the other side here up, we've got trending resistance line, of course, this green one, and then the blue one is a trend, is not a trending one, is a horizontal resistance line, confirming and submitting a clear sell-off signal, because it confirms once again on the downtrending resistance line point, which is this green line right there, down the way, boom. So another signal to sell off. Afterwards, of course, it did confirm a market sold out, whales sold out a lot, and things happened. We're able to rebound, of course, setting up a new high, which was a lower high, and a new horizontal resistance line for our upcoming trading, because all these blue lines you're seeing like this are resistance line for our upcoming period. We have to struggle with them. And the next goal is to set up this resistance line as our next supports. Whenever we're able to confirm there as a support, we will be able to continue towards, and we do have, that's one of the signals, should I say, that represents we are slowly getting out of this downtrending environment, and we do have two chances. We jump directly into an uptrending environment, which represents multiple channels of uptrending channels, or we go into a sideways movement market, which means very low volume. Now, I don't really see that happening right now. We do have to come back at least between the level of 9,400 up to 12,000 bucks, because here we do have huge space for flexibility for our cryptocurrency till we're going to retest new resistance lines. But until that, there's one circle that we have to talk about, and this circle is this position right here, which means the next 24 to 48 hours, crucial timing to see what's going to happen with the BTC price. If we're able to entry in that circle and face the resistance line, which is coming from a downtrend, and also the horizontal resistance line, which is starting from here, right? So we have this green one pushing us down the way, as well the horizontal one setting up the limit at 9,400 bucks. Now on the other side, I'm just gonna delete a couple of lines from here, because I did wanted to make sure that what we're going to learn here is representing statistics that you do want to consider as potential helping stones for you, right? So just a second, I'm clearing this thing up because there is something important to see here. A possible head and shoulder pattern. A possible head and shoulder pattern. How possible is that? I mean, until now, it's definitely achievable. We do have to see if the market is going to confirm on it, because this is not a normal head and shoulder. This is a reversed head and shoulder, which represents a bullish pattern. If that happens, you definitely have to see that we need to break out of the downtrending resistance line, as well as the 9,400 bucks horizontal resistance. Two powerful selling pressures pushing us down the way. That's why it's going to be hard to see the head and shoulder confirming. We don't know yet if it's going to confirm or not, but we do have this pattern during the process of execution. Whether it's going to happen or not, we will see that. This is what we have to keep in mind as of right now. Bitcoin compared to the US dollar, but also the great news coming from the market. I've seen a lot of the whales buying up, huge money coming into the space. That's why 90 billion in 24 hours. Boom, that's the way it goes. They knew it. They were the ones pushing us down, and they were the ones preparing to buy up with a lot of the new money flushing and coming into the space. And yes, that's kind of all about today's video presentation. All the useful links can be found in the description area right there, including the Scrambles Emotionless ICO Analysis spreadsheet, which is something you can get for free. Now, thank you so much. Feel free to share, engage, like, and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content, because I'm sharing updates as much as possible. Thank you, and talk to you soon.